What an exciting moment, you all. Try not to peek and read through the labels here. I have a little test. How many of these seeds can you identify just by looking at them before I reveal exactly what they are? Go ahead and take a peek. So, what they are is the final decision made, which seeds I will perform a germination test on. These all come from a 50 seed variety pack, which in the last video I opened and went through all of these that have been in storage in a freezer for 4 years, almost to the day. This is what the 10 seed packets are that I chose ultimately from the 50 to grow. Let's go ahead and see what exactly we are working with. Boom, here they are. I used old Gardner Scott's method here of a germination test, which just started today, 2/24. Exactly, again, almost just about, because it's midnight on the 24th officially now. And we have not the craziest. I mean, there were some plants, some seeds that I am going to have to just research what they are. And there is that wild side of me that does want to just pick something that I don't even know what it is and go ahead and give it a shot. But I stuck with some classics and some things that are new to me. Remember that I am a beginner gardener making this weight loss oriented garden here. And this is what I have. So this is update number 1 immediately after placing the seeds. And yes, by the way, I did do 10 seeds in each little plastic bag here. And that means specifically that in this bag right here, the lettuce grand salad bowl, that's the one with all of these little tiny seeds in it. I did, even with that, pick out specifically 10 seeds. So it'll be easy to calculate the germination rate. If you don't know, basically I'm just going to take these bags, which are sandwich bags, a paper towel, and just sprayed with a misting bottle to moisten them. I'm going to flip these bags over so that the towel is laying on top of the seeds, and then lay it in a kind of warm place and just come back and see what the rate of germination is. Nothing too crazy though. We have some summer squash. Funny thing about it, when I moved into this house, I had some squash plants growing as well as cucumber plants. So I know that they work in the one garden bed that the previous owner left here. But we have some summer squash. I have actually, I mean, I'm sure I've eaten squash, but to my knowledge, I've never cooked squash. At least it's been in maybe some meals that are pre-made that I've had, not in large quantities, and definitely from the grocery store, not homegrown. So if these germinate, and that's the big question, will they even germinate at all? Then I'll attempt to grow some. Obviously, we have some snap peas, sugar snap peas. This is one that I was so fascinated with for some reason, even though it obviously makes sense here that the sugar snap peas, you know, the seeds are literally just peas that look like kind of shriveled and dried up, which is kind of interesting. The squash seeds kind of look like pumpkin. Here we have the pickling cucumber, the Boston pickling cucumber. Like I said, I have a friend at work who says that he makes pickles and out of, you know, homegrown cucumbers, which he turns into spicy pickles. So I'm going heavy, hopefully, on the pickles. And these all should be heirloom variety, if I am correct reading the packaging on the variety pack. This is the lettuce, the leaf lettuce, the grand salad bowl lettuce. All sorts of different kinds in there. I thought this was a cool pick because it's a variety of seeds inside of that pack, which I think is kind of cool to see what actually ends up popping up. I find that interesting. On the trend of pickles here. We have the homemade pickles, cucumber seeds. I'm not sure exactly what the difference would be, in all honesty, between cucumber Boston pickling versus homemade pickles. I think that's cool to actually choose those two different pickling varieties of cucumber, because I'm not exactly sure what the difference is going to be, even though they're named differently. Of course, we have some Roma tomatoes, a determinate variety, alongside an indeterminate. So I have both of that, a red beefsteak tomato, pretty traditional gardener material. I'm not sure what VF stands for in Roma, but there we have just a couple great tomato selections. I got those because, in all honesty, the only tomato variety that I have chosen from the store that I just bought recently from Lowe's is cherry tomatoes. So it's good to have actual some tomatoes there, plus a determinate and indeterminate variety. Carrots I chose because carrots kind of scare me. From what I've seen and heard about carrots, they're very difficult, or can be quite difficult to have a successful harvest. And even if you do, it's, you know, probably just kind of small carrots, but they should taste good and everything. I'm not exactly familiar with the Châtenay red core, but we will see if we can do anything. But I literally just chose carrots, of course, first of all, because carrots are great, but they're a little bit intimidating, so that's why I chose them. Radishes, I picked those because they're so traditional for gardeners to grow. And again, it's one of those similar to the squash where I'm sure I've probably had them before, but I have no memory of it specifically, and I've certainly never cooked with it. So we'll see how that goes. And then we have simple spinach, which I thought was super odd, because when I went to Lowe's to buy seeds, I did not find any spinach, even though I wanted some. So all I could find was lettuce. So I thought that was super odd. But here, this 50 seed variety pack comes in with the win there, bringing some Bloomsdale spinach. And there is our 10 selection of seeds from the variety pack. I will give you another update with the results of this germination as time goes on. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, my friends, so it has officially been 1 week since conducting the beginning of the seed germination test. And originally I was going to just let this run for a full 2 weeks at least before even checking in. I think it's time, though, to go ahead and see which of these have already germinated. Here we have where the seeds have been in a fairly warm and still damp environment. Check these out. We have one cayenne that has officially sprouted. We have the celery, a jalapeno transplant, and another celery. But I basically mainly wanted to go ahead and start this because I literally I think that I see some of these bags lifting up. Like, you can see topography on these bags where if I'm looking at them correctly, especially that one in the middle, it looks like they're literally lifting up as if there has been seed germination and the seeds are like pushing the bags up. I could be wrong about that, but regardless, I think it would be beneficial to go ahead and see where we are at the 1 week mark, and then we'll check back in at the 2 week mark or later on and just see what the difference is. So maybe at the very worst, we see which ones did germinate more quickly. Let's go ahead and just start with this one here and see at the official 1 week mark. Holy moly. The summer squash. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks like 8 out of 10 germinations with the summer squash. Keep in mind, you guys, these are 4 years old, and those look like healthy germinations. Wow. Okay, we're gonna have some squash this year, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead now with whatever on earth this one is. Okay, so the peas, whoa, looks like we do not have any pea germination at this very moment. And I guess rocking them around in the bag probably doesn't necessarily help, but looks like no pea germination quite yet. Let's go ahead and just put them over here. And we'll go ahead and flip this one back over. That's incredible. We have the third option, the Boston pickling cucumbers. It looks like they germinated quite well. Actually, look at this. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This looks like 100% germination rate for the cucumbers. That's fantastic. At the 1 week mark. Move on to this one here. So far, so good. With the Roma tomatoes. This one looks like only about 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6. Okay, so they do have little tiny sprouts. So maybe 6 or 7, maybe only 6 out of 10 germination there. Still usable, I suppose. We have in this corner, oh yeah, look at the lettuce. This is the grand salad bowl lettuce with a bunch of the mixed seeds. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, that could almost be a full 10 germination. Either way, that's a high germination rate. Very nice. Let's go ahead and see this one. Looks like it's, whatever it is all popped up. Cucumber. Oh yeah, these cucumbers went nuts. Just like the squash. I mean, those are forming real plants. Wow. That is impressive, my friends. Very nice. And so, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, again, that's maybe 100% germination rate with the cucumbers. Let's go ahead. The spinach. Looks like we have out of 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 out of 10. So that's still fantastic. Just at 1 week. Wow, so that we might not even have to wait 2 weeks. The beefsteak tomatoes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10 on the old beefsteak tomatoes. Fantastic. Man, the idea is popping in my head now. Can I plant these or what? Oh, look at the carrots. Nice. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 10 germination on the carrots from frozen. And our last one, oh, ending on a nice high note, the radishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9 out of 10 germinated on the radishes. Well, I don't even think we'll have to wait for a full 2 weeks. I mean, those have really decent germination for all of them except for the peas. So I'm going to do some research if the peas will just take longer or if they just happen to not be viable. But besides that, it looks like we have a whole bunch of other successful seeds. Wow, that is so cool. I wonder if I can actually transplant these. It could be too late. Who knows? Anyway, super cool results. And make sure to just keep on following for more updates and fun in the garden. Awesome.